I would say overall this chapter was really freaking interesting with Overlord because it really managed to juxtapose between two groups, how both groups are reacting differently to what's really going on, how one's taking more comedic, more lax, kind of just like, oh, something's going down in 8 days, it's just, it's alright. And how one of them's going, freaking hell, we actually might lose this. We've got to kind of figure out what's going on. And Nomad's saying, look, we should actually kind of rally with the tribes we haven't spoken to in a very long time and actually kind of strengthen our numbers. Because actually we find out also with the Lizzard Men tribe, there was an actual war that erupted 2 years ago, which actually kind of escalated into a lot of the tribes kind of being eradicated. How some of the tribes, how the latter tribes kind of got obliterated and how some of them survived. And now it's kind of rallying with those groups and kind of saying, look, we need to strengthen our numbers because maybe, just maybe, they might have received another message like this one, so we should actually kind of strengthen our numbers like this and then go head on to battle like that in a sense. Because really when you think about it, the High Priest says it correctly in a sense, this person's using tier 4 magic, this unforeseen enemy is using tier 4 magic. We can't go head on to battle and fight these people because we're going to lose, we will be obliterated. And it's kind of true because when you think about it, Irons is a strong kind of group. Nazarik's very strong in the sense they kind of strengthen the numbers using the Lizzard Men as a whole, since Irons' kind of motivation is kind of strengthen Nazarik, and the Lizzard Men will do that. But it's like they really just can't go head on into battle and just fight these people because they're going to freaking lose. They are. And they really enter the Nomad kind of going to other groups and just saying, look, we should actually kind of do this, otherwise we're all going to lose. But it's that whole crux as well. Since the war, a lot of the tribes haven't actually spoken to each other, and yeah, are they actually going to rally with each other and kind of go into battle saying, yeah, we're going to beat these people, we're going to beat this unforeseen enemy, or is it just going to be that Lake tribe on their own just going into battle? We're not too sure, but it's leading to a really interesting outlook of what's really going on. It's really kind of demonizing a protagonist we kind of been siding with for the past 16 months. It really has been like that because it's been 16 months since Overlord had actually started as a manga. So it's that whole idea, and since they're really just trying to antagonize a kind of protagonist that we've been kind of following since day one, it's kind of really working because I just don't know how to feel towards Irons anymore. How when it went to Lady Aura, how that whole place just kind of just played out, that whole panel was just played out in a really comedic way, how it just didn't really feel like they were taking anything seriously, how just going, oh, break time, let's eat. That whole thing, it was kind of more comedic, and it's kind of a nice juxtaposition between how the Lizzard Men are seeing things and how they're seeing things. I kind of really freaking liked it because it just shows you how one of them's taken seriously, how one of them's sitting there going, look, we're going to lose this, in a sense, maybe going to war might be better for us, because I think it's a Nomad and the Chief that actually kind of say that maybe going to war is actually good for us, because it actually might just kind of diminish the numbers even more, and it actually might not lead to another war that happened before, in a sense, the whole war breaking out that actually there's no food, because 2 years ago, as I previously mentioned, it was actually a war. So, but it's just a whole idea how one of them's seeing it seriously and how one of them's not seeing it as seriously. There's actually a problem here, we've got to fix that, it's break time, let's eat. And it's just really comedic how it's all done, but I really liked it because it just told you how differently these people are seeing it, this entire ordeal, how different people are seeing it differently, how the Lizzard Men are kind of taking it seriously, going, look, we've got to kind of figure this out, we can't just go head on. We've got to sit here and figure out what's going on here, what will happen, what we need to do to kind of strengthen our numbers. Because the Nomad just, as he says, like, look, if we go head on to battle, we're going to lose. We literally are going to lose. We're going to get completely eradicated. We need to strengthen our numbers first because maybe other groups have actually got this message as well. So if we strengthen our numbers, yeah, we haven't talked to them in a very long time, but if we do this, that might be the best way of doing it. That might be the best correct way of going about things. But I'm just not too sure what's going to happen next. And really, this whole arc, it's been 2 chapters so far. It's fracking interesting. It's got me really invested to see what's really going on. It's got me invested to kind of go really light level and see what's actually going on there and see how it just kind of progresses. Because really, this whole entire thing, the whole entire ecosystem, the whole entire mythos of this world is engrossing. It's just kind of one of those things that just kind of gets me wanting to know more about the world, how it all works, and how it just kind of all plays out. And just, I want to see how it all turns out. Let's see in 8 days what's going to happen with that war. What's going to really happen in the sense, how is it going to actually kind of play out? Is it going to play out in the sense that really Lizzard Men are going to lose and Irons will take charge of that whole situation and kind of strengthen Nazarik? We're not too sure, but it's going to lead to an interesting kind of idea. So yes, with all that said, I've been a driver. If you leave a like, do leave a like if something got to bit. If you have enjoyed my content as a whole, you do want to leave a sub, do leave a sub if something got a bit. But to watch anyone a driver, I do apologise for how late this review has been. Just past couple of weeks have literally been hellish for my brain. So I haven't even done an update video to what I'm actually going to watch next season. That's how behind I'm quite a lot of things. So I do apologise for how late this manga review has been. Granted, next month, I'm not too sure whether or not this is actually going to come out before I go on a holiday. So if it does, hopefully it does, and I actually will get to it and I actually will review it. If it does, hopefully it does, and I will actually review it. So yes, you guys have been a driver, and I'll see you later.